Hey, I'm Christopher JMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you've never been here, of course, then welcome. I'm so glad you stopped by. Because today, we are reviewing the Morphe X Saweetie collection. And it's so beautiful, and I'm so excited. It's so colorful. I even tried to find the most brightest orange shirt I could so that I could match the collection, but this is melon, not orange. So, sorry about that. But I didn't have a yellow shirt, I didn't have an orange shirt, and I didn't have a pink shirt. But anyway, I digress. I picked an orangey pinky one. But anyway, I digress. We have the brush collection here, we have the setting spray, we have the Icy Lips lip gloss collection, and we have the 24A Artist Pass palette. This thing is beautiful. And if you want to see what this thing looks like, and if you want to know what these glosses look like, and what this sweet peach emoji setting spray is like, and what this brush collection consists of. If you want to know all those details about everything that I have here, see the swatches for the palette, how the palette performs, get my first impressions of everything that this collection consists of, then stay exactly where you are, keep doing exactly what you're doing, and keep on watching. Hey guys, so I'm excited for this collection. I am. If you have not seen this palette yet, oh, just wait. It's gonna blow your mind. First of all though, I'm gonna go ahead and open things in order that I'm going to be using them. Needless to say, I need some brushes first. So this is the VIP Sweep by Saweetie 6-piece brush collection with bag. And this thing is like neon orange. You can see it is neon orange. P.S. This whole collection is only available at Ulta. Well, and Morphe.com, of course. Probably in Morphe stores as well. But on Ulta's website, it says only at Ulta. So I thought I'd let you know. That is where I ordered my collection from. And this brush set with the bag is $29. And let's open it up. I am just obsessed with this bag. I think it's the neonness of it. Neon is a vibe, and I love that vibe. It just looks really cool. And it looks like it would glow in a black light, which is super exciting. Now the description on Ulta's website says 6 backstage babes make an entrance thanks to Morphe's stunning eye and face VIP Sweep by Saweetie 6-piece brush collection, plus belt bag. You'll sweep, buff, and blend your way from backstage to front row. It's VIP all the way, babe. Now, before I got this, I had actually just signed up through Live Glam to Morphe Me, which is a monthly brush subscription service for Morphe brushes. And at the time, I was like, why do I need to get this brush collection, even though I love the orange bag, if I'm about to get a bunch of Morphe brushes? And then I looked on Morphe's website, and I saw that they had a silicone glitter packer brush. But it was sold out. And I was so bummed out because I really wanted that brush, because if you've been here for a while, you know that I love these little sponge tip applicators. These apply shimmer so well. And they have a little point at the end, so they're perfect to get right here in the inner corner. If you want that inner corner pop, or if you just can't get a shimmer shade to perform the way you want to, use one of those with it. Boom. Perfect metallic. Anyway, this brush collection has one of those in it. So I didn't have to deal with Morphe being sold out of it because I could just get it from this brush collection. Hence why I decided to go ahead and pay the $30 to get this brush collection. Plus, if I ever get to go to a festival like Coachella or anything like that, I've got a cute bag I can wear. I love it. So now, the brushes are in this little orange pack thing. Let's go ahead and unbox those and open them. P.S. I also love the color of these brushes, or the colors. This orange handle with purple ferrule is just beautiful. They go together swimmingly. Here is our silicone glitter applicator. Oh, it's not exactly what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like a sponge tip applicator, but made of silicone, so like thick like this. But no, it's like really thin. I can see that it's definitely made specifically for glitter, not shimmer. Okay, cool. That's fine, I can work with that. Then we have an oval fluff brush, which is great for packing on those metallic or said shimmer shades. Then we have a smudger brush, which will be great for smudging, as you might have guessed. Then a pointed blender brush, which is great for crease colors being blown out. Wonderful, love that. Then a Pro Round Blender Brush, which is massive. This is, for me, this is probably like a highlighter brush. I guess you could use it for an eyeshadow base if you want to blow it out really big. It's just really fluffy for that, so I'd probably just use it for a highlighter. And then a detailed bullet crease brush, which is perfect. For me, I really like it for smudging out liner at the lash line, but it's also perfect if you want to blend in one color into the crease and do like intricate detail work. You can really get the blend going on those lines. So it's perfect for that. And that's it for the brush collection. Not so bad for 30 bucks. That makes it where each brush is worth $5. So $5 a brush, really not bad pricing on brushes. I do wish, since they went with like all eye brushes, I wish instead of this one random giant brush that they would have maybe put in a little bit smaller of a version of this fluffy blending brush. Because I really like, after I go into my crease and do my big transition shade, I like to go in with a brush a little bit smaller than this, like the M456, and to build up a deeper crease color just right in the crease. So it would have been really cool if there would have been that size of a brush with it, but I didn't make it. I just bought it. I can't complain. And for $5 a brush, I'll probably find some use. Now, before I jump into the eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the other two products that came with this collection and read you the description for those so that we can just kind of jump to those at the end and just use them, because the palette is the main star of the show. And you know we're gonna swatch everything in Christopher J style. So the mini continuous setting mist in Peach was only 10 bucks. That's awesome. For a special edition mini mist, it's so cute. I bet it would glow in a black light too, but it's so adorable. I love this thing. And the description on Ulta's website is enjoy the set. The Morphe Mini Continuous Setting Mist Saweetie Peach is a limited edition performer that sets liquid or powder makeup with a radiant finish and oh so sweet scent. A continuous air-powered superfine mist delivers even and controlled application. I do like the continuous setting mist. My favorite one is the Jeffree Star Continuous Mist because I love the starberry scent, but I don't mind the original one as well. However, I am excited to smell the peach one because I want to know if it smells like peaches or not. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that smells like peaches. Not real peaches. It doesn't smell like real peaches. It smells like those peach O's. You know what I mean? The gummy O candies. It smells exactly like those. I smell good now. That made me want candy. I want candy now. But I'm still on the keto diet, so I can only have keto chocolate. Anyway, the next part of the collection is the Icy Lips by Saweetie Lip Platinum Trio. This was $18, and the description says, certified platinum. Shine as you do with the Morphe Icy Lips Platinum Trio of drippin' lippies that are certified Saweetie. Have a kiss on me, Saweetie. The shades are Boss Tycoon, then the shade 8 Inches, and the shade Money Mommy. And here's the swatches of each one of those shades. I love that each one of them is super unique. So they're not like 3 glosses, one being white, the other being clear, the other being white with a gold shift. You know, they make their own statement. And I love that because it gives you a variety in a collection, which is cool. And now, the moment I've been waiting for. The 24A Artist Pass Eyeshadow Palette. This was $29 from Ulta, as was everything else from Morphe. And the description on their website says 24 all-access shades. The Morphe 24A Artist Pass Artistry Palette is a lineup of amped up pigments and graphic glitters, starring 4 supersized shades with special effects are ready to perform from the first set to sunset. Jaws will drop and heads will turn with every Insta-worthy look you create. It's time to take the main stage, babe. And there she is. Oh, isn't she so beautiful? So it's really interesting because we have this whole glitter row down here at the bottom. Then we have a whole, I'm assuming pressed pigment row, which I could look and find out, but it's gotta be pressed pigment. It's gotta be. I mean, look at how vibrant it is. Then we have this whole row of pressed pigments that match the glitter color right underneath it. Then we have the 4 big pans in the middle with chunky glitter and some more, well, glittery shades. I feel like this glitter up here is kind of out of place. I felt like maybe they could have kept the glitter here and just gone with some more kind of neutral tones up here, because then it could have been a really versatile palette. It's still kind of a really versatile palette anyway, for the fact that you can get the neutral shades from up here and reach into the glitters and neon shades down here. But I just think it would have been nice if there would have been maybe just one more neutral tone up here. But that's just my preference, what I think would be, you know, really great for a perfect palette. But this is really cool and I'm excited to get into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and we're gonna get started on swatches. First, it's the shade All Access. Then hashtag FOTD. Then the shade Wild Out. Oh wow. I just tapped into that because it felt super chunky and I didn't want to destroy it, but it made it really not go very far. So let's try that again. This time I'm gonna swirl in it. That helped. Wow. This is such a duochromy glitter. Can't wait to show you the close-up. Next is the shade Security! 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 No, I'm just kidding. It's Security. Next is the shade Stage Persona. The shade India Woe. The shade Portrait Mode. Get the Shot. Desert Vibes. And Seek Shade. Then from the 4 large pans, the first shade is Front Row. Next is Private Oasis. The shade Spotlight Stealer. Then the shade Secret Set. Next is the shade Max Volume. Then the shade Green Room. The shade Under the Sun. Ride or Sky. Then the shade Major Inspo. The shade Glitterally. What? Palm Tree. Invite Only. Insta Baddie. Whoa! Oh my gosh. Whoa, I love that one a lot. That is beautiful. And the very last shade is the shade Mic Drop. And that is every shade from the Morphe X Saweetie 24A Artist Pass palette. And you guys know already, as always, I will insert photos of the swatches, one with flash here. And one without flash here. And here's our video close-up of the swatches. This is probably one of the best palettes I've ever been able to do with a close-up of the swatches, because from far away, it does not do these colors or these glitters justice. You just wait. Just got done removing those swatches, and as you would imagine, it took me 2 makeup wipes and a paper towel to finally get off all of that glitter. Which is typical of glitters, because glitter is like the stray kitty cat of the makeup world. You can never quite get rid of it. Now, this palette kind of reminds me of the 25L Live-In Color palette from Morphe, which is the Pride palette that they released last year. I reviewed this palette as well. I'll leave that review right up here so you can check it out. I got the brush set and the palette, and it just kind of gives me the same vibes because rainbow, and there's like a rainbow in here. So definitely, you know, rainbowy type tones. Not to mention the fact that it's the same size, just the pans are different. Actually, the pans aren't different except for the middle row. The other ones are the same size. Huh, okay. The main difference is that the 25L doesn't have those neutral type tones up at the top, but it has some of those chunkier glitters in it. But it also reminds me of the 39L Hit the Lights palette that just recently launched and was another collaboration between 4 other creators. And this palette also has those primary color tones in it, as well as some of the more neutral tones up the top and some more chunkier glitter type shades. So it's kind of funny that this palette is kind of an accumulation of previous palettes mixed in and a new palette created. But I can say that I haven't seen the glitters in here in any other Morphe palette, not specifically like this, not as mixed with other tones as this one is. So it is unique in that aspect. I guess Morphe feels that each colorful palette needs its own set of primary tones for those pops of color, which does make sense if you don't have every other palette. But from a creator standpoint who does have a lot of the other Morphe palettes, it is sort of repetitive. But hey, if they weren't here today, I wouldn't be able to use them, since this is going to be a review of this palette and this palette alone. But just an observation, you know. And with swatching, the shade Glitterally, the pink glittery shade at the bottom with the blue, yellow, and purple glitter chunks in it, that shade does not swatch well at all. Swatches mean nothing when it comes to performance. We know that, but just so it's noted, it does not swatch well at all. It actually disappeared when I put it on. I had to swatch it a couple of times to get it to show up. Then the shade Spotlight Stealer, that's the one with the chunky glitter stars in it. That makes my heart happy, because that reminds me of the Glitterly Obsessed shades from ColourPop, which I love a whole lot. So you can presume that I would be happy about that one. Really, I love big chunky glitter. Just in general, they're fun to use and I enjoy them. Maybe we'll use one today, who knows? But let's go ahead and get started on the look. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes off camera using my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 01. Oh, and I forgot to mention it, but the mirror in this palette is ginormous. It is a giant mirror, and it's beautiful, and I love it. I can literally see my entire face, and behind me, and around me, and above me, and below me. I can see everything, is my point. Oh man, now to come up with something. You know what I just realized? There is no neon orange in this palette. This entire collection is neon orange. Where's the neon orange? I'm actually kind of disappointed. Bummer. That's fine though, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the shade India Woe, and I'm gonna use the fluffy blending brush that came in the collection. We're just gonna start loading this down into the crease. I've done too many neutral looks lately, so I think I'm gonna jump into some color today. I just don't exactly know how yet. Wow. The pigment is strong in this one. I'm just gonna build this up into the crease, and I'm not gonna take it anywhere else just yet, because now I'm gonna take the brush that I wish they would have included, which is the Morphe M456. Yes, M456, and go into the shade Under the Sun. Get it? That was a play on Under the Sea. That's cute, I know. And we're gonna start packing this right in the inner corner. That's vibrant, very much so. Okay, this palette's getting kind of heavy. Ugh, time to whip out the Mickey Mouse mirror. Mickey Mouse never fails me. I'm being very careful not to drag this shade anywhere, at least not yet, because with these pressed pigment neon type shades, I know that it's just gonna be so easy for it to fall flat if I'm not careful. So I just want to pack on, because if I blend it out, I'm afraid it's just gonna disappear, for now at least. Once I get it built up, then I'm not as scared. Just gotta get it built up first. Then gonna go back in with some more India Woe. Make sure that I get it right up here by that yellow. I'm gonna go ahead and pull India Woe out into sort of the wing shape that I like. Just kind of flowing in that general direction. And as I go, I'll sort of finesse the edges and fine tune everything as we get there. I'll probably end up doing a cut crease because that's typically the way that I can test out most of the shadows. But who knows? Maybe I won't. I might not. You never know. For now, we're just building up color. And now I'm gonna start pulling Under the Sun into India Woe little by little. And I'm very, very lightly and gently trying to blend these in together because one is like neon and the other one is not. It's really bright and vivid, but it's not a neon. So I just want to be careful. I don't want either one to lose their potency. And I want to try to make them blend in together, but I want to make sure I don't lose either one of them while doing so. Really all I'm doing is taking the shade Under the Sun of India Woe and trying to make it turn yellow, which in turn should make it just start blending into Under the Sun, hopefully. I actually really like the shade that's turning into. I don't know what color it is. Maybe an orangey melony. Melony. Melony's beautiful. For some reason, I can't get the yellow built up enough to cover up my skin tone though, or it has like a little patch in the middle of it, which, as I've said before, and as I will probably say again, every time I put a well, almost every time I put a super bright shade in my inner corner, especially on my right eye, there always ends up being just a little patch right here. I don't know why. I try to wait until my primer dries more. I try to wait till it's super wet. I've tried using different primers. I don't know what it is. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. I guess it's just the mood of my eye and my makeup on days. But regardless, I'm just going to sit here and blend for hours and hours. There's a reason why we are the blending beauties, because we blend. So I'm just gonna blend and I'll come back once I've finessed all these edges. Okay, I now have everything blended to filth. Pretty much where I want it to be. The yellow is blended into the melon shade. And it's really pretty. I like the blend so far. It's performing like a Morphe palette. I mean, the shades are pigmented. They are as robust as I expected them to be. And they are blending seamlessly. The only problem I'm having, aside from the glitter all over my face, is that little spot on the inner corner, which I don't even think you can see it on camera. I can't even see it in the mirror. I can just see it whenever I get close up and I'm looking like detailed. That's where I can see that there's a little bitty spot that is more my skin than yellow. But if nobody can see it, it doesn't really matter anyway. Because if we can't see it, it doesn't exist. So now I think I'm going to increase vibrancy and also deepen up the look a little bit with the Morphe M456, the other Morphe M456 that I have, and go into the shade Max Volume, which is the super bright pink tone. And I'm gonna start applying this on top of India Woe, just in the crease, and see what happens. Oh, that's cool. It's making Melanie look a little extra hot. Hot pink, that is. Oh, that's neat. It's weird because hot pink is definitely not a deepening shade per se, but it's deepening the melon. So it's kind of interesting with the effect that it's giving. And with this shade, I'm gonna pull it pretty much all the way up to right after I went with India Woe, because I want you to be able to see a stripe of India Woe and then a stripe of the hot pink, the Max Volume. Because you know me, that's not gonna be it for the colors that I use in my crease. Oh no. I'm gonna pull this out here so it can flow into that wing shape as well. You know, this is really pretty so far. I like this a lot. Pink and yellow, pink and yellow. I'm gonna use a Morphe M506 brush now. It is a tiny pointed fluffy blending brush. And I'm gonna start by using the shade Ride or Sky and putting that in the crease, because I'm hoping that it's gonna mix with Max Volume and turn purple. If it stays blue and doesn't turn purple, then we'll go from there and figure it out. Yeah, it looks pretty blue to me. Pretty blue. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna also take a little bit of Major Inspo, which is the purple, and just go ahead and mix that with this at the same time. Okay, yeah, that's much safer now. And this is gonna be mostly on the outer V, but I'm also gonna use it to still deepen up the crease just a little bit. I'm not gonna take it as high as max volume. It's gonna kind of be the transition from my crease to my lid. Because when I cut my crease, still gotta have them kind of tie into each other a little bit, and this is the shade that's gonna do that for me. Oh, let's face it, I'm pretty much making a rainbow on my eye. What else is new? And pulling this darkness out into the wing shape as well. But I'm not gonna make a wing this time. I am not adding a wing to this look because I keep doing that. I don't mean to, I just love a wing. I love the look of a wing. I love the effect of a wing. It just looks awesome in the end. But I'm refraining this time. Even though I may want to, still, because I love it, not going to. You're welcome. I've now blended out the purple shade, which was Major Inspo and Ride or Sky, just enough. And I used Major Inspo more on the outer edge where it blended into the hot pink because purple goes with pink more than blue goes with pink. Then I took Ride or Sky closer to this side of it because once I get to the lid shades, I'm going to start blending the other direction. So for now, I'm going to use the P. Louise base again, and I'm going to cut my crease out, but I'm only going to cut from the inner corner probably to like right here. So 3/4 of my lid. Then we will work on applying more color. This is now cut how I want it to be cut. I'm gonna go in with a cotton swab that has a flat edge on one side of it and just pat out this eye base. I like to do this whenever I do partial cut creases because it kind of helps get rid of that harsh line, but it also absorbs some of the excess product so that you don't end up accidentally dragging all of the harsh line to the edge of the cut crease and completely negate everything that you just did. Plus, it just makes it a super soft blend. I guess because it's like cotton and the texture of cotton is soft? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Ugh. See, that is just gorgeous. Gorgeous! Woo! Looks like I got a big ol' eye. Love that. Okay, now I'm gonna take this Color Workshop flat packing brush, I guess you would say. And I'm gonna pack the shade Green Room all up in that inner corner. All up in it, right here. This green is so bright. Do you see that? That is beautiful. Green Room is applied and this is beautiful as the inner corner color. I think that's so cool. Just how it is so vibrant against the yellow, orangey melon type colors behind it. I think it really pops and I think it's really fun. It is a little patchy. I couldn't get it to really build up to a solid level of pigmentation for some reason. I don't know why really. Once I build up the other colors, I'm gonna go back in with the same color and try to kind of just stack it on top of itself and see if it builds up to be a little bit more solid. You can even see, or I can see it on the monitor anyway, that there's a few little spots in there that just aren't quite as opaque as others, and I would like it to be fully opaque. But for now, I'm gonna go into the shade Ride or Sky again. That's gonna go right down the center here, and I'm gonna blend that from the green to the purple. First, with any of these pressed pigments, I'm going to apply the color first, build it up, and make it as solid and opaque as possible. Then I'm gonna take a fluffy blender brush, probably this purple one right here. This is the one I've been using, but I clean this off every time in between uses, and then I'm gonna go in and blend in the shades into each other so that they have a nice smooth transition. So I'm gonna take this flat brush and go into the shade Ride or Sky and build that up right in the center. We now have the shade Green Room and Ride or Sky built up adequately, in my opinion. You might not think so, but I do. Now I'm going to use the same Morphe M506 brush that I used for the shade Major Inspo before and go back into the shade Major Inspo and just tie in Ride or Sky over here in the outer corner with Major Inspo. Gonna try and make this edge of the cut of the cut crease that I made disappear if I can, just like that. Now it kind of flows with the rest of everything, and then blend those edges together. Now for the most extra special fun part. I felt the incessant need to go in with a super extreme glitter since I opened this palette. And I think I'm gonna use the shade Spotlight Stealer. And I think I'm just going to apply that on top of all of the cut crease, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't use that. Maybe I should use the shade Private Oasis. No, that's not fun. Oh, I'm so scared that I'm just gonna mess it all up and botch it if I go in with that. Oh, who cares? Let's do it. There's one. I guess I'm just gonna go in here and start packing glitter on. I have decided that the silicone glitter brush is perfect for this type of thing. It's working really well on the little pieces of glitter too. I think it's actually working better on the little chunks of glitter, like a regular glitter, than it is on the big chunky pieces of glitter. There is no way these little star pieces are gonna stay on my eye like this, especially whenever I relax my eye, because as soon as I relax my eye, they start bending because my skin isn't perfectly smooth all the time. But they're on there, they are applied. We love a glitter moment. Okay, now I'm gonna clean this up and see what it looks like after it has smooth edges. Oh, it's so fun! I love it. Like I said before, I really don't think it's gonna hold up. I feel like the glitter pieces are eventually just all gonna fall off, but it's really cute and it's super fun. I almost feel like I should lash glue the stars on instead of just leaving them on there. I just don't think that the formula they're suspended in is gonna be sticky enough to really last with movement. But my lid feels like a disco ball and it's fantastic. I guess now I'm going to attempt, keyword attempt, to duplicate this on the other eye. I have no idea if that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try it. And I'll go ahead and finish off my face makeup as well so that we can move on to the lower lash line, and then we'll finish off the rest of the face with this collection and the lips and try out that lip gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of that done off camera, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Before I move on and do the other eye, I just started to do it, and then I realized that the little stars were already falling off. I had 2 of them on my lashes. So I went ahead and used my tweezers and just took the rest of the stars off. And what I'm doing now is I'm going into the shade Palm Tree and Instabaddie, and I'm going to use those and top those on top of the matte green and blue shades. So I'm just taking their consecutive glitter version of their own shade. I'm just going to pack that right on top, and I'm only doing this now to fill in the spots where the stars pour away the matte shadow underneath. So I feel like that star glitter shade is really gonna be more of like a by itself sort of shade. Like throw a brown in the crease and throw the star glitter shade all over. Actually, I take that back. The way I would use that shade is I would use tweezers and take the stars out and use them as accents. I would use the star like on the inner corner to accent right only there, or use the star on the brow bone just to accent a little highlight on the brow bone. That's most likely how I would end up using them more than anything else. If you didn't have hooded lids, I could see you using those all over the lid like I did have it, and it would be really pretty. But I have too much, I guess you could say, traction and friction happening between my lid and my crease, and I just can't do big chunks like that unless I glue them down with some glitter glue. It's the only way I can. I did like, however, the little pieces of glitter that were suspended in the shade Spotlight Stealer. I think it made a really nice, beautiful base over all of the lid. But now I'm gonna take Instabaddie over the blue and add some blue glitter all over here. And I gotta admit, this silicone glitter applicator is fantastic. You can pick up and apply all kinds of glitter with this thing. And I'm gonna blend these glitters just like I did the matte shades. I'm gonna take the blue over into the green just a little bit. Make sure they are seamless. But I'm only using patting motions, no dragging motions. Because if I drag on this glitter, I just know already it's gonna rip it apart. It's gonna tear up the matte underneath it, and it's all gonna fall off. And I don't want that. I'm also gonna go just a little tiny bit into the shade Mic Drop, which is the purple, and pat that right along this outer edge, so that way the blue blends into the purple and it doesn't have such a rough, abrupt ending to the glitter, because it was kind of looking a little odd. There we go. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. I don't know why I didn't think about adding the purple glitter. It's not like I didn't use purple. Okay, there we go. That's so cool. That's gorgeous. I really, really love this. I love it more now with this than I did the stars. Ooh. Okay, and now I'm gonna go off camera and finish the rest. So now I'll see you in just a second. We are now back after finishing the face makeup completely. I also threw on some lashes. These are the faux mink lily lashes in the style Miami, which I thought were perfect for this look because they're big, bold, dramatic, beautiful, and they still show the eyeshadow work that was done underneath. So perfect. Now, I don't mind looking extra lifted and awake for my under eyes, but they're feeling a little one-sided. So I think we need to go ahead and finish off the lower lash line. I did put an LA Girl Shockwave Neon Liner in the waterline. This is in the shade Screamin'. And now my waterline is Screamin'. And I know it's not testing more colors, but I would really like to pull the same crease shades into the lower lash line because I really like the combination of the yellow into the melon type shade. I think it's really, really pretty. So I'm gonna go into Indio Woe again, but I'm gonna use the bullet blending brush or bullet crease brush. I forgot what exactly they call it, but I'm gonna use that one and start applying that on the lower lash line. Now, usually with these super light shades going on top of powder set concealer, it takes a lot of building up. A lot of the time, I'll try not to even tap my brush off when I go into lighter shades like this. But even with me tapping the brush off, like I'm going into the shade, you can see it on the brush, tapping the brush off so you can see it into the air. And then you can see I'm gonna take it right here. It's still building up and showing up, even on top of concealer that's already set, which is pretty impressive. Sometimes it takes, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 coats of shadow to build up on set concealer before it actually starts showing up. But this is doing a really great job at being just pigmented and really good quality. With that part of the lower lash line being done, before I retire this brush completely, I'm actually gonna go a little bit into the shade Max Volume, and I'm going to stack that on top of the shade Indio Woe, but I'm gonna take it about from the center of the lower lash line out and blend it into there. And that way you can see just that outer area is more fluorescent, if you will. And then last, I'm gonna take the same brush yet again, since I'm working from light to dark and I'm kind of going on top of the same shades. I'm not really too worried about mixing. I'm gonna go into the shade Major Inspo. And with this deepest shade, I'm gonna take it only on this outer third, actually outer quarter. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want that smooth transition between the melon color to the hot pink to the deep purple, then into the deep purple, since the purple goes all the way to the backside of the crease. That way, there is no weird gap between lower lash line and crease area. So now, using the same Morphe M456 that I used earlier to go into the shade Under the Sun, I'm gonna go into the shade Under the Sun, but instead of blowing it out in a single spot, I'm gonna tap off a lot of the excess and use it to blend out all of these shades on the lower lash line. So it's gonna tone them all down at the same time, as well as being able to blend them in. I'm also pulling this brush up to this outer edge so that it's not such a sharp line. I want to make it a little bit more diffused than what it is. It's not a big deal, it doesn't really matter. It's not going to change it too much, but why not? I'm out here. Lower lashes are done. Now it's time for a gloss. And, I don't know. This one would look good, I think. This one, I don't think so for this look. This one I think would look good too, because it's bright and kind of nude. So I think I'm actually gonna combine these two. I think I'm gonna put this one, Money Mommy, all over, and then Boss Tycoon right in the center. And I'm just gonna use gloss because I'm about to eat some Taco Bell. Whoa, are these plumping? It felt kind of icy for a second. These feel pretty thick. They're not too sticky. They are really, really thick though. And I think I can feel the little glitter pieces. Now I can definitely feel the little glitter pieces. I don't mind it specifically. It's just kind of weird feeling. It looks good though. It doesn't look nearly as tinted on the lips. I can still see that it has that pink tint, but this one is so much like my lip color already. It just looks like it's clear with some glitter in it. Now let's see what this looks like on the center. Well, that looks different. Wow, that's actually really pretty. That was a nice touch. Well, these are definitely platinum. I get it why they are called icy lips. They've got such an intense shine, but it's really nice and pretty. I wish I had big lips because I feel like I could rock it even more and it would actually look like really good. But that's okay because it's making my lips look bigger than they are, so I'm satisfied. And with the Icy Lips by Saweetie X Morphe, that is the last product in the Morphe X Saweetie collab collection. I am obsessed with all of the orange and pink packaging. All of this stuff is just fantastic. By the way, I've used this like 3 times so far and I love it. Not only does it have an amazing finish, but it also has an amazing smell. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using this one all the time because it smells like candy. And I love candy. I'll probably switch out between that one and the Starberry one because the Starberry one smells really good too. This one's just more potent than the Starberry one. So I think I like that one just a little bit more. So for the continuous setting mist, great buy. I think while these are still available, I'm gonna grab a few of them since they're in minis and since they're limited edition because I don't know if they're ever gonna make a peach one again. So I wanna grab a few of them. The brush kit, I think every brush within this brush collection is a great brush except for this one. I forgot to use it for highlighter. Actually, I didn't put on any highlighter. Oops. So I'm just gonna go into the shade #FOTD real quick. Wow, that is a beautiful highlighter. That was such a perfect shade. Oh, I'm so glad I chose that one. Okay, sorry, like I was saying, before I got distracted by highlighter, I would have probably left this one out of the brush set and just made it an eye set. This is the only brush making it not an eye set. So like I just would have given the crease definer brush, like an M456, to make it a perfect eye set. But that's just my opinion. I would just benefit from having that brush more than I would this little highlighter brush. But I did just use this little highlighter brush, so maybe I did need it. Who knows? I mean, I used it, so I guess that means I did. But this also was a main reason why I think the brush collection was such a major hit, because that little bag is so cute and I love it. The Icy Lips collection, I don't know if this is necessarily like a needed product. It's a colored gloss with glitter. I think it's really just gonna be up to you. If this just calls your name and you love these shades, then go ahead. I probably wouldn't buy it again though. It's just not, I don't know, it's not something I was looking for specifically, you know? However, something I was looking for was the 24A Artist Pass palette. This palette, I really enjoyed this. I like this palette a lot. Yes, I do have a lot of the primary shades that it has in it whenever it comes to like primary tones and neon tones, rainbow tones essentially. But I like the fact that this has the rainbow tones in the bottom along with their glitter version counterparts with some neutral shades in the top that you can work with. As an all-round palette, this is a great palette. I think maybe the star glitter shade probably could have been left out and replaced with, I don't know, maybe like a pure white glitter or like a pure white shimmer. Some that would have made a really great inner corner highlight for maybe any look rather than like this opalescent yellow type thing. I don't know for sure. That's really the only thing I would change with the palette if I could change anything. But other than that, I think the palette is a really, really great all-round palette. And I think it would make a really great starter palette for someone. If you're wanting to get into color and start playing with color, I think that this would be a great palette for that because it can kind of introduce you into the world of color and you have a lot of options to play with. So all in all, I think it's a really fun collection. I think it is definitely worth the money, maybe except those glosses, like I said. But aside from those, I think that the whole collection was really great and I would definitely recommend it. Let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Let me know if you picked up the collection, what your favorite part about it is, or was during the review. Do you like the palette, the glosses, the brush set, the setting spray if you tried it? Do you like the scent of peaches? Or are you more like a strawberry or watermelon type of girl? Let me know in the comments. I love having a conversation with you guys. You know that by now. If I don't have a conversation, I at least give it a heart because I love it when you guys comment. That is it from me for this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up because it does let me know that you like my videos. It also lets others know that you like my videos. Also, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you gain nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, please at least gain this. And that is to always remember and never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. And I love you guys. Bye.